Speaking section. The speaking section tests your ability to communicate in English in an academic setting. During the test, you will be presented with 4 speaking questions. The questions ask for a response to a single question, a talk, or a lecture. The prompts and questions are presented on time. You may take notes as you listen, but notes are not graded. You may use your notes to answer the questions. Some of the questions ask for a response to a reading passage and a talk or a lecture. The reading passages and the questions are written, but the directions will be spoken. Your speaking will be evaluated on both the fluency of the language and the accuracy of the content. You will have 15 to 20 seconds to prepare and 45 to 60 seconds to respond to each question. Typically, a good response will require all of the response time and the answer will be complete by the end of the response time. You will have about 17 minutes to complete the speaking section. A clock on the screen will show you how much time you have to prepare each of your answers and how much time you have to record each response.
You will now be asked a question about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to plan your response and 45 seconds to speak.
Do you agree or disagree with the statement that working 3 days a week for long hours is a greater pleasure than working 5 days a week for short hours?
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a conversation on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passages. After you hear the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below.
Listen to 2 students discussing this article. Hey, did you hear about the summer scheduling changes at our university?
Yes, I read about it. I think it's a great decision. The current summer schedule can be quite chaotic, with multiple courses overlapping and limited access to facilities. This change will improve campus efficiency.
I'm not so sure about it. I mean, the condensed summer schedule allowed me to complete my courses quickly and focus on my other commitments during the break.
I understand your perspective, but I think our university's current system can be overwhelming for many students. With the revised schedule, we'll have a more balanced workload and ample time to absorb the course material. It will also reduce the strain on campus resources, as they can be utilized more effectively.
That's true, but I worry that the revised schedule might extend our overall time in university.
I see your concern, but the changes aim to strike a balance. They will streamline the course offerings and ensure that students can still complete their studies on time. It's about finding the right balance between efficiency and a conducive learning environment.
The woman expresses her opinion about the proposal described in the letter. Briefly summarize the proposal. Then state her opinion about the proposal and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a lecture on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passage. After you hear the question, you have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below. You may begin reading now.
Now listen to part of a lecture in an emotional intelligence class. Today, we're going to explore the concept of emotional intelligence and how it influences our interactions with others. Emotional intelligence involves the ability to understand and manage our own emotions, as well as empathize with the emotions of others. Let me provide an example to illustrate this. Imagine you're in a team project, and one of your teammates is going through a difficult time personally. They appear distant and less engaged than usual. In this situation, emotional intelligence comes into play. By recognizing the change in their behavior and understanding that they might be experiencing emotional distress, you can approach them with empathy and support. You can offer a listening ear, show understanding, and provide assistance if needed. This display of emotional intelligence can foster trust, strengthen relationships, and positively impact the overall team dynamic.
Explain how the example from the professor's lecture illustrates the concept of emotional intelligence.
You will now listen to part of a lecture. You will then be asked a question about it. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
Listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
Today, we will explore the benefits of subsurface locomotion, which refers to the ability of organisms to move and navigate beneath the surface of various environments. There are two key strategies that organisms employ to achieve subsurface locomotion, and I will provide examples to illustrate these strategies. The first strategy is burrowing, where organisms create tunnels or burrows in the substrate. This allows them to move through soil, sand, or even underwater sediments. Take the example of earthworms. They use their muscular body to contract and expand, creating waves of movement that push them forward and enable them to navigate through the soil. This form of subsurface locomotion provides benefits such as protection from predators, access to food sources, and maintaining suitable environmental conditions. The second strategy is undulatory motion, which involves the wave-like movement of an organism's body to propel itself through a medium. An excellent example is seen in snakes. Snakes utilize lateral undulation, where they contract and relax their muscles along the body in a wave-like motion, allowing them to smoothly glide through narrow spaces and challenging terrains. This type of subsurface locomotion enables snakes to access hidden prey, escape potential threats, and explore diverse habitats.
Using the examples of earthworms and snakes from the lecture, explain 2 ways that subsurface locomotion benefits organisms.